Chicago culture is something so very special. So geographically, Chicago sits almost like in the same place if it were a body that the heart would be. And people are just doing. Like, we're not waiting for like investors to come in and save us.
Right.
Like, we're literally creating art and music and, you know, production.
Hey, we're back. We are back and better than ever, man. We're trying to be better. We're trying to be blacker. We're trying to be better. And we're from fucking Chicago, goddammit.
Shut down.
How was the week? Do we care? Did we miss anything?
Did we miss anything?
Did we miss anything?
No, I don't think so. I had a good week. We moved out of the office, so I got a new office. Puppy went home. Goodbye, Maxie. I don't want. If anything I learned about taking care of a puppy is that if that's how I am as a girlfriend, I don't know how.
Puppy went home like all dogs go to heaven. He died?
No. Puppy went back to her mom, but she was so needy. She's like, touch me, love me, talk to me, don't leave me. I was like, oh my God, is this how I am? Let me get my shit together.
I know people that do pets like that, and I'm like, Joe, that's not a real person. It's an animal. I mean, don't massacre it. Don't fucking abuse it. But goddamn, it's a pet.
That's it.
She definitely taught me to have several seats, mind my business, find some hobbies, eat my food by myself without being petted.
That's almost impossible.
Look, I am now fasting away from needing attention from that puppy.
Do what the Thompsons do. Get you a turtle.
What?
They're the best pets ever. We got a turtle. Been around forever. It's like 30 years old. Quiet. Water. You let it out the house. It don't make noise. It don't scurry nowhere. It don't rush. It don't do shit.
Donatello, Raphael, who is he?
What's his name?
That turtle. My nephews and nieces have named that turtle over several times again when they were younger.
Who house is they in? Who house is it in?
From Lockwood.
Oh.
From Lockwood, bro.
Y'all got a 30-year-old turtle.
30-year-old turtle. Well, the crazy part is, my dad was teaching. A parent sent the turtles to school for a science fair, something like that. Bitch, turtles ain't science, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But the note came with the turtle that said, I don't care what happens, this turtle cannot come back with my child. My dad brought the turtle home, and it was there. That was since then.
So y'all adopted a turtle?
Adopted a turtle, man.
I love black people pets.
I wonder, how old is a turtle like in turtle years? You know, like dogs is like 7 years.
Like a week is a day in our lives.
I forgot but that turtle on lock was like 30 years old. It's like 30 years old.
So in turtle years, he's like 150?
Probably so.
I want to meet this turtle.
I'm going to take you to see the movie when it come out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2.
Don't take that turtle to the movie.
Absolutely. In a carrying case. White folks take their pets in cases all the time.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm joining the party.
That's stupid.
Everybody's doing it.
Stupid.
Everybody's doing it.
Oh my God.
Ladies,
cool, though.
Just want to be clear.
Good.
In studio, your boy AB is thirst trapping. Okay?
Wow. That's what it is?
Yeah, today.
I just make no poses.
Yeah, see, he's thirst trapping. People have been accused of thirst trapping. I just want to call a spade when I see one. And, it kind of is what it is. It must be, some cousin shit that y'all
Don't put me in
on.
it. Don't put me in it. No, I do not thirst trap.
Okay, all right.
I do.
See? But at least we're honest.
All right,
cool.
cool.
See, how do people rate thirst trapping? Like, it takes a thirsty motherfucker
to recognize the thirst trap?
I guess that's can't be wrong with that, what he said, but a thirsty motherfucker will recognize anything with skin, maybe sexy to them, and be like, oh, they thirst trap. No, because you're attracted and you're a horn dog, bro, that'll make it a thirst trap.
I mean, just because you're a fisherman and you see water don't mean it's fish in it.
Nice try. That was a nice try.
All ponds don't have fish. Some of them are retention ponds, and they're filled with waste.
Not bad, retention ponds.
And they're waste. They're over. No, but it's weird when people accuse me of that. I'm like, I got some thirst trap photos.
What's a thirst trap to you? What's a thirst trap to you then?
For women or men?
Well, period. You have to define it. What is a thirst trap?
I don't really know. I guess the language matters. Like tell me your desire. And I am,
wait a minute.
I'm like showing
girl sex.
It's like an image with it, like if there's an image and the language is like soliciting, then but I don't really know. I don't know. I don't accuse people, or I don't see that. I just see what people post.
Okay.
I don't read in the back of it. But yeah, I get especially if they put it on my page. And just assume. But it seems like no matter what I wear, what shape I make, it doesn't matter. I'm always thirst trapping. I got curves. I'm breathing.
Ain't mad at that, goddammit.
All right, do your thing. Keep thirsting. Let's start.
What does that mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Thirsting.
I don't know. It just sounded good.
Okay, all
You
right.
know, next sponsor, keep thirsty.
What?
Next sponsor, whoever that may be. You know what I mean?
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Stay thirsty. Yo.
Cash App, $ Mila Love Mars.
So in Chicago, you know, we like to start in Chicago and work our way out. You know, this podcast for Chicago by Chicago, and we like to highlight our spaces, our influencers, our tastemakers, the whole nine. So this is your first time here. You're gonna get some of the Chicago. You're gonna get some of this edutainment. You're gonna get these jokes, and you're definitely gonna learn something. Let's start here though. EMMETT Till and MAMIE TILL-MOBLEY are being commemorated with a national monument.
They've been what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You heard it. Yeah, it's spelled.
They've been commemorate.
Yeah, it's spelled COMMEMORATED.
Commemorated.
Thank you. How many syllables is that?
Commemorated.
5. We'll take it. So 5-syllable words is tough for me.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So don't ever do that again.
What?
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah. So they are now. It's a national monument. This would have been in recognition. Would have been EMMETT Till's 82nd birthday, which is crazy.
Where's the statue at?
It's not. I don't think it's a statue. I think it's the home.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the home.
Yep.
And I think they're gonna do a renovation on it. And
That's here.
This is off of
Yeah,
Cottage
it's here.
Grove one,
Yeah.
like 60.
so for me, I feel like it should be almost a museum, right? Okay, because now it's just gonna sit there and what you gonna drive by and just let.
No,
take
you can
pictures of it?
actually you can actually go visit it. It's also in partnership, I think, with Blacks and Green with Naomi Davis, and they take you on tours of it. So it kind of does function very similarly to the Chicago Hip Hop Heritage Museum. We got a lot of these kind of like historic spaces that were people's homes that are being turned into meeting spaces, but then also that you can go and like see where they lived.
They're also doing the church as well, Robert's Temple,
Mhm.
Church of God in Christ.
Yep.
The funeral happened at.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that church still open?
I have no clue. I don't know.
I feel a way about that a little bit though. Like, yeah, his death was tragic. His funeral was significant because his mom chose to have that bad boy open, and they really let the doctors fix up on young EMMETT Till. But now you look around today, and a lot of the shit that happened then is happening now. Like it took 70 years for Biden to sign the EMMETT Till Anti-Lynching Act in 2022.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever that's worth. And but still, even next year in 2023, you got cats like Ron DeSantis down in Florida being an extreme goofball, telling us that blacks benefited from slavery. Okay, buddy.
Your phone like, I'm in on this.
fuck?
Let me in.
Yeah.
Look at the AI, man.
That's goofy. That is definitely AI. Telling people that, or signing into law that in history books, they are going to start telling students how black folks benefited from slavery with skills like trades. First of all, shut the fuck up. Like they stole people that were completely ignorant from Africa or wherever they came from, that they came with no skills. Like they were uncultivated. They weren't blacksmiths. They weren't barbers. They weren't construction workers. They weren't plumbers. They weren't all. You stole kings, queens, workers, everything from this country. And now you don't get here and act like, the benefits of being encased in masses, you know what I'm saying, incarcerated basically on masses' property was beneficial somehow. No, bro, you don't get to do that. We got to keep our eyes open.
No, I hate the fact that, again, it takes 80 years for something like this to happen. But then you either get that or you get a statue or you get a name, a street named after you, right?
Right.
Who cares? You know what I mean? Does that really bring about change?
Well,
Like it's probably races that stay on King Drive. There's a King Drive in every state. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, cool. The name is alive, but nothing changes. You know what I mean? So it's like when we lose our heroes, all right, well, hey, let's give them a statue. Okay.
Jordan
Let's give them a name. Let's give them a street name. Let's celebrate them once a month, or once a year, and then they'll be fine.
I mean, it's like that with our infrastructure. Like a lot of people go to schools that are named after, African Americans like Neil F. Simeon, or Gwendolyn Brooks, and they have the projects, Robert Taylor Holmes, Ida B. Wells, and
all
so
nigga shit.
Oh, there you go.
right. So yeah, they are ours, right? But we also don't carry forward the energy of the namesakes, and whose responsibility is that? And then also everything takes time. Nothing has an easy birth. Whether it took 80 years, which requires how many different pieces of legislation, how many different people had to be at different levels in order for that piece of legislation to be real and true. Like, I don't know if we understand all of the moving parts kind of have to come together It wasn't possible in 1995. Right?
Why isn't it a Gwendolyn Brooks in Oak Brook? Why isn't it a Simeon in Glendale Heights, like the upper echelon, the affluent neighborhoods? Why aren't these black schools named after a black hero put in white neighborhoods?
What do you mean put in? You can change the name of anything. The question is who's advocating for the name change? Like we advocated for the name change of Margaret Burroughs Beach, right? Like, and I would, if we did a man on the street at Burroughs Beach, which would be wild, and ask people who is Margaret Burroughs, I wonder how many people of our age and our community would be able to say who that woman is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you now.
I don't. But what I'm saying is, like, why?
Google it, though.
So the question is, why not? So before we get to why aren't they there? Why don't we know who they are? And
they're not being taught, right? Unless you've been taught in the home.
Okay, all right. What's the difference between being taught and your curiosity? What drives you to learn about your blackness and your black history?
Importance and relatability sometimes is the thing, and I'm not pushing back on anything you said. I kind of agree. The things do take time, but when there was an uptick in crimes against Asian people, that bill got passed fast in Congress and legislation. It went through fast. I'm looking like, damn, that's all it took was like a year of y'all getting fucked up, and y'all got a bill passed, and we still getting fucked up, and it took 2022. But to his point, though, the same two words apply to what I just said to her to answer her question: relatability and importance. They don't give a fuck about that out in Glendale Heights. They weren't affected by that. Plus, the demographics don't reflect us here like they do in the city out there. It don't. So there you go.
Do you feel like
I'm smart though? Stop playing with me.
Do you feel like whoever was in legislation, do you think they felt that it was more important to put black name schools in black neighborhoods?
So schools are...
Before you answer, right? Because for me, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if we were oppressed by the white man, why not put these black name schools in white neighborhoods as reminders so you know exactly what it is? So the white people can learn about this particular person.
So what's interesting about naming a place is that it's the people in the place that get to advocate for who they want something named after, whether that is a street, like Hazel Johnson Street is named after her, who she lived in Altgale Gardens. She created People for Community Recovery. Her daughter, Cheryl Johnson, is still managing and operating that organization to this day. And so it's place-based. And I think that that's okay. I'm not saying that we shouldn't invite the naming. Like remember the contention about renaming Lakeshore Drive, Dustable Drive.
Yeah, people was hot. Even black folks was hot. I'm looking.
Yeah, black people were like, "Why are we doing this?" And it was, and a lot of the city council members were like, "We're okay with that." So we do have situations here in Chicago where when it makes sense, and everybody's kind of like, we see the influence of them across the city. Like, I didn't know we had a woman mayor until somebody put me on like the Byrne.
Jane Byrne?
Yeah, I had no clue. I didn't know. I'm not ashamed to say I had no clue. I was like, we've never had a woman mayor. I was like,
but I can also
10 years
vividly
ago.
remember when in grammar school they made sure that we knew who Jane Byrne was.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention on that day. And I had no clue, like, she moved into the projects. Like, I had to like find out about this woman. But it wasn't until it became necessary for me to know. But that was the moment where I'm like, you know what? I want to do better with knowing who helped build Chicago. I want to know who they are, who they knew, where they operated at. And so even understanding the history of 63rd Street Beach as Bongo Beach. And the like who was a part of that and how that came about. So I'm proud to like understand and know, but that comes from me being interested. I hope more of us like look around and be like, all right, so who is this person? Why is that building named after them? What is the energy that they represent? And how do we carry that forward? Because it's nobody's responsibility to do that but us.
Well, I guess also, since we're talking a quick little politics, shout out to y'all Governor Pritzker.
Oh, that boy's close as hell.
I got it. Okay.
He gonna get it.
Right. So he just signed the bill for supervised release, the supervised release reform bill, which is directly tied to Meek Mill. Mm-hmm. And I saw them. I think this happened today or yesterday. Meek Mill standing up there. He's giving his little speech and says, "Yeah, man, I'm glad I can be a part of this because I'm from the hood and yada yada." And Pritzker is standing right behind him, and no one's clapping. And then Pritzker just starts clapping. You know what I mean? It was a weird moment. It just looked super weird.
He proud of his children, his work.
Yeah, you know, but he's a billionaire. His family's billionaires.
4 years.
But his sister is kind of dope because she's supposedly giving away a lot of money.
The Pritzker family has definitely got a fingerprint on Illinois and Chicago.
But what else is funny though? With him doing that today, it's been a year to the date. 8 years ago, Drake released Back to Back, which is the Meek Mill disc. I remember that.
I'm mad that you put that, bro.
Yeah. Just
so shady.
Just throw that out there.
Hey, that was cold though.
Pritzker just banned e-cigarettes in all public places too.
January 1st.
Yeah. So
he's not gonna listen. He's not gonna listen. They
got to kick me out, yo.
How about you stop smoking, bro?
Public places. So so these are parks and I guess
restaurants, bars,
municipal. No, those are private. Like, well, smoke-free Illinois is like you cannot smoke indoors. Do y'all remember like when you could like go in like Red Lobster, like we'll take the non-smoking section.
Yeah,
and you'd be like right there and the smoke just be drifting over.
I remember thinking it was gonna be weird when it's like you can't smoke in the club. You know, like, what do you mean I can't smoke in the club? So now you got to go in and go out.
You know how many cigarette burns I've gotten on my very non-expensive rave clothes? Man,
he said the rave.
They were so flammable back in the day.
Y'all understand as well how many years have been taken off y'all life by inhaling secondhand smoke in these clubs, these places that we chose to go, you know, to have fun.
Oh, don't get me started on air pollution.
Holes in your clothes. I didn't know how much smoke stank. Right. Until I stopped smoking. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, on the real.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I ever inhaled. I think I just puffed.
Yeah, nah.
You cheated yourself with marijuana then.
So I didn't, and I had to be different. Like I didn't smoke Black and Milds. Oh, and they used to give you the bubble guts. Like I hated Black and Milds.
Yeah, Blacks is terrible.
But they were bigger than Black and Milds.
Shit.
You remember? They were thicker.
Milds.
The BDs, they have BDs.
BDs.
Yeah.
No, but this was a larger cigar, and it had a tip on it as well. Oh, it was horrible. Don't do that. Don't push a button.
Man,
I'm mad that it matched his hat. I don't like that blue button. I don't like that blue button.
Let's just move right on.
Go,
But before we do the Florida thing. So I've been struggling with this because I will say I am interested in a fuller conversation of who we are or were as Africans, enslaved Africans, African descendants of slaves. It is a fuller conversation, and I'm ready to understand more than just we were beaten. And that is a huge part of it, but the resilience of who we are, the ingenuity, the fact that we went from not reading to writing and creating our own universities and publications and banks. That story right there is fascinating and it's dope as hell. Like we've always chased the bag.
No, we can do that.
And so that's what I hope will come of this is I want to see more history books that are written by us. I want to see us more engaged in curriculum development. It isn't easy to be a part of the educational economy, but if there are no books to put on the table, to reject, and we expect for somebody to write us into their book, that's unreasonable.
Revisionist history, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, one of the reasons why I got a PhD is because I was tired of just like shouting from the outside, like what you should do. Well, no, I'll write the book. And now I'll ask you, why isn't my book good enough? I'm not going to charge you and say, oh, you need to write this. Okay, well, a bunch of Black scholars should come together and say, all right, if we want to impart change, what type of information do we have to put out here for selection by local school councils or boards of education? Because if it doesn't exist, telling them what they need to write is absolutely absurd.
I agree. And I'm just going slightly left. It's rhetorical. You don't have to answer so we can move on. Don't you think it's weird that through history, slaves weren't allowed to read or write or learn how to read and write? And I always push back on that because I'm looking like they weren't allowed to learn to read and write English, but they came from places where they had their own language and their own dialect, their own everything. You know what I'm saying? So people take it as that we were savages and cavemen and we just came here uncultured and didn't know anything, had to be taught everything. All we knew was physicality and work and shit like that, man. But forget the fact that we had entire civilizations, regardless of what kind of Black migrant we are, where we came from. And I think the first step to understanding and realizing who we are as Black people as a whole, across the whole gamut is accepting each other, because I get tired of going places and the black immigrants in a different state will be like, well, you just black American. You're not black so-and-so.
Right.
You're not black. See, I can't get to the, I'm not calling you this, I can't get to the kumbaya part if we ain't even accepting each other as one already to start with. We have no basis for foundation.
I like what you just said, though, like that point of, okay, slavery or being enslaved did not create genius and brilliance in us. It was already there.
Facts.
Right? So the fact that we were able to learn, the Industrial Revolution happened and everybody experienced it at the same time.
Right.
Us being able to capitalize off of fine-tuning the skills that we, were able to do so under duress. Should we celebrate it? I don't know. All I know,
Respect it.
I respect everybody who took what it is that they mastered under somebody's thumb and turned it into a business, even though they didn't even want us to have a business. Like after slavery happened, it was still hard as hell for everybody to own and operate. And if you did become great, then your city was burned or your business was burned or you were murdered and your land was taken. So our genius or our ability just to do what it is that we do
quick.
Right?
Yeah.
And exceed. And then also to do so on the other side and not even have to engage. The fact that we got our own economy and you can't profit off us anymore, I'm quite sure was baffling and juxtaposed of white poverty also, and seeing black wealth at that time, infuriating.
That's his point I think he's making, but didn't get a chance to explain or articulate about ESPN before the show. We were talking about them saying things and doing things and acting the way that they weren't accustomed to acting up until recent years. And the how you say this shit though? Diversity,
DEI.
inclusion. I hate the fucking acronyms. DEI.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
DEI. That's cool. That's cool. That's a very fair point. We can't complain about them using it and incorporating our lingo. But to his point again, we're not benefiting off of it. Plus, also, we want that DEI. Whew, that boy's good. I feel smart now. We can't. You can't give us DEI here, just on an ocular level, but not give us DEI in the big pharma corporations or in the big industrial plants where we really can make a difference in our family's wealth.
In the C-suite.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So give us that as well. I think it's the point he was making too though earlier.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't mind. I do. I don't mind continuing that conversation, but I gotta get through this last quick hit. Shout out to Jonathan Swain, man, friend of the show. Officially sold. What is that?
I get a hiccup when I'm excited or nervous.
We got to do one more quick hit though, bro. I want to hear what y'all gonna say about this though, for real.
He's selling KIMBARK liquors, and if you know, it's been in the community for 50 years,
60 years,
and I'm sure that was probably a hard decision for him to make. And no, keep singing. Let me see this. Let me see. I would love to know his reasoning, and we're gonna see if we can get Swain online real quick.
If we get to see I hope.
Please leave your message for
guess not Swain.
7.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, see.
It's my pleasure.
Guess what? I'm petty though. Whoop whoop, right back.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Please leave your message.
Okay. All right, Swain. I'm gonna cut you out later, man. But anyway, man, no.
For the record, y'all, he got hung on twice.
Twice, yo.
All right.
Oh,
one more call is stalking, just so you know.
No, it's done.
One more call is stalking.
But yeah, no, he sold it. And
50
again,
years, right?
Yeah.
And it was his dad's, right?
Yeah, it was in the family for a minute. It was in the community. I hate to see him go.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like Swain's a businessman. I feel like he made a business decision.
Thanks.
Right? Sometimes you have to know when to pivot. And
he rebuilt after the riots.
After my people
it happened.
Vandalized, you know what I mean?
Everybody took a hit, bro.
His spot. But at the end of the day, he had to make a business decision. And I don't think it was a money decision. I don't think it was a money play. I have not talked to Swain. This is just speculation. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to move on. You have to separate yourself from what used to be, right? To do something different.
I agree.
And to me, it shows me that he has something different coming that's probably going to wow Chicago crazy.
Yeah.
And shit, you can still go there and get your liquor. It just won't be owned by SWAIN.
Facts. I love like he could sell liquor or he could sell the liquor business, right? So he has, like, what are we doing? Venture capitalism is something that I think I'm new to, but the fact that a lot of entrepreneurs believe that this business should be owned by us forever, like the person that was the original owner or stayed in the family, that there are options to sell it to people who are adjacent and making, like negotiating, keeping the staff on, or making sure that whatever distributors are still a part of it, or prioritizing diversity. And we do have to learn how to take our profits and reinvest them somewhere else. So that's what I love, that he also included us in the conversation. He did not have to say anything about this sale.
Exactly.
And so I think that also says a lot of, and I admire him as a businessman, that he's so transparent, because we do need to see, like, all right, sometimes we create successful businesses, we pass them down, and we entrust them to the next generation to do the right thing with the opportunity.
It brings me to a conversation. I mean, we don't know if he sold all of his equity or just a portion of it.
No clue.
Right? He definitely took the check. I think that's.
Well, I thought he was still looking for the buyers, though. Did he already?
I think he got some buyers.
Yeah.
Already,
Okay.
you know.
What if it was D Wade? What if D Wade bought put into the WNBA and bought?
No, D Wade ain't coming.
I'm just saying. Look, now I'm just throwing it out there. Like, wouldn't that be fun?
Just y'all cover the bases on that, man. Shout out to SWAIN for being part of the community, being entrenched in Chicago history, Black Chicago history. I said Chicago first because overall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the last 50 years, man, you gave us something to be proud of. You came on the show, you talked to us. You are a friend. You are a brother. And I'm sure your impact will be missed. The name may still be there if they don't change the name, but it won't be the same without you, brother. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, all I know is when Moore's Beer came out and y'all had that buy one pack only in those 4 packs, y'all manager definitely kept me in check. I said, I can only buy one. He was like, 1, ma'am. And so I get up to the register and they said, well, it's 1 purchase per customer. But if you come back in line, you're a new customer. So
There you go.
I come back in.
That's called nigga shit. I love
He
it.
tried to take it out my hand. He was like, ma'am, I told you only 1 purchase. I was like, but I need 8 cans. They were so dead ass serious. So
you got something?
Yeah, just don't skip over the motherfucking broke thing, bro.
what broke thing?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
please
not.
don't,
No,
bro.
because Warren Buffett, right? It's no secret, one of the richest people in the world, right?
Yeah.
He put out a list of 12 things poor people waste money on.
Let's see if we can guess them without looking at the list, though. You looked, didn't you?
Yeah, I already know.
I didn't look.
Vehicles.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
New cars, actually. New
Okay.
cars.
New cars.
New cars. What do poor people waste money on?
Clothing.
Eating out.
Okay.
Eating out.
What kind of eating out, though?
Somebody said clothes. Expensive
Clothes.
clothes is on
Yeah,
there
clothes.
for sure.
Dining.
Bars and pubs.
Dining.
Yeah.
Trips. Trips on there.
What else doesn't
No.
hold its value?
That time I was going to Dubai. They wasting their money going to that motherfucker.
Trips didn't make the list.
It didn't?
No.
Should have been.
I think those are valuable.
I give y'all one more
You
guess
said
and I'm going to run through it.
Poor people.
Chicken wings. What?
Chicken wings are the most expensive poultry.
This is true.
One more guess. So we ain't got nothing else?
Now,
We can get
technology.
Technology's on
There you go. Technology.
What does that mean, though? Like, is that all encompassing? Like anything technological, or
Probably the most expensive phones and laptops and shit. And you have a laptop, a Kindle.
Okay.
You have a laptop, Kindle, iPad, phone. You know,
who got a Kindle?
And people do.
I
They
used to
still-
have one. All right, so
All right,
what's
so
the list?
we got credit card debt, right? So you go get all this credit.
Oh, we on that angle.
Yeah, you get all this credit.
Yeah,
right?
college tuition.
Can't pay it back, right?
Medical bills?
Bars and pubs.
Yep.
The latest technology. Expensive clothes, right? Billionaires will wear Vans and a white T-shirt everywhere. And a
I
pair
would
of
Vans are
too.
khakis,
expensive.
right? New cars, obviously. Gym memberships.
He's lying. He's wrong about that.
Look,
He's wrong.
Poor people.
gym memberships go unused after the first few months.
That's on them, though.
That's what. So this list isn't about us being wasteful, like being like just like frivolous. It is
wasting money.
Like the logic of
poor people waste money on shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So then you got
fiscally irresponsible.
You got subscription services, right? So you'll subscribe to an app,
Xfinity,
to whatever,
Hulu, Peacock,
and forget to cancel it. And you just let them take their $20, $30 month after month, right?
I swear, you know what? Yeah.
Here you go. Overusing skincare products. Now I don't know if I agree with that because some people really got some
over.
issues.
So is that just
is it
the
makeup
line
included?
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we got frequent nights out, right?
Right.
I totally agree.
And sucks.
Here's what I'm surprised no one said: gambling.
Poor people can't gamble.
They
do.
They
buy
gamble
lottery
all their money.
tickets.
How many people? That's gambling, bro.
Okay, I'm thinking about casino. See,
that's
that's my conversation. It's different levels of poor. To me,
What?
so somebody would look at us like we're poor because we maybe 100,000-aires. You know what I'm saying? We can go to the casino and gamble some money away. The motherfucker below us can't go to a casino.
But they
I
do
think about
though.
disposable
He going
income
to lottery tickets though. He
Like,
going about
you
lottery
can-
tickets and shit.
You
No.
can make 120,000 and still be poor.
That's what I'm
because
trying to
you
tell
have
you.
no disposable income. Like you ain't got no money.
You can make 20,000 of actual income and live off the government, and you got your ass at the casino spending your full.
It's both.
That's
It's both and.
Yeah,
It's both
So
either.
that is.
You can still have $0 even though you earn $200,000.
So the list ain't valid then.
No, so I think it's not poor people by income because the title would have been low income people.
Well, it just
Broke
says
Negroes.
the actual
What do broke
Yeah,
folk
and
do?
you-
12 things
Yeah.
poor
Broke
people
folk do.
waste money on, right?
Poor is it? That's the operative
It
word
is.
though.
So, like, what's poor, right? What's if
Clearly, that's somebody who doesn't have money.
issues.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly. But at the end of the day,
This seems like a blue collar.
Type list.
Yeah.
thing.
you know what's not on here?
upper middle class conversation right
Yes.
here.
You know,
Yeah, that's
what's
what I'm
not on
saying.
here? Kids.
You waste
Right?
money on
Stop fucking having fucking kids if you can't afford them motherfuckers.
So
Well, I mean,
you
but
waste money on pussy and dick.
you just
What
said
saying?
that though. But if I get more money being poor, why wouldn't I stay poor or
Facts.
get poorer?
Assistance and
So
shit, yeah.
having somebody in my life that earns about $95,000 in kind, right?
Okay.
So a family of 5, the rent for the unit market rate $2,500, $0 paid. Medical for family of 5, which includes all of the births of the children, a child that is disabled,
Shout out to y'all.
all of the medical covered. So
Right.
not a single bill. That's at least $100,000. That person doesn't have to pay. Phone bill, don't pay. Utilities, don't pay. $900 to $1,300 in food stamps a month, don't pay. Right. So all of those things add up to, because I'm poor, I get all of these subsidies.
Right.
There's nothing inspiring me to
Work harder.
put
Get out
in
of the way,
more
yeah.
energy to get less
10,000 hours.
money. I would argue like people who have, it's unfortunate, but people who live in that way, there's no incentive and it's not easy. Like, so what I'm gonna do? How am I gonna
get
get
a
off
fucking
this?
skill set.
I
What the
hear
fuck
you.
you gonna do? Get a fucking
And do
skill
what?
set.
Get a job where?
Yeah, that's the
Get a
thing.
skill set.
When they're hiring under the table, and you're not gonna fit the qualifications to start here to get hired under the table, bro.
All right.
You know-
What? Okay. You know what? Let's do this.
Wait, really quickly though. 2 things. I know personally, I've been poor before. I don't care. I might be poured out of some people, but I think I've wasted so much money on alcohol and tobacco products in my lifetime. What are 2 things you guys think you guys have wasted so much
Tobacco
money?
was on that list too. I'm sorry.
See that?
I didn't want to say it because I was gonna feed into your shit. I didn't want to hear your shit.
Stop smoking, motherfucker.
Yeah. See. Exactly.
Please and thank you.
Wasted. Ooh, I guess before I had kids, definitely weed, and clothes. More important, Victoria's Secrets.
You want to be fruit.
My God,
for the
I had
more.
like $12,000 worth of swimsuits and lingerie.
Damn, girl.
Poor.
College poor.
Is it a mentality or the physical poor? Mentally, the broke mentality. Broke is a mentality too, though.
It is.
You can think in broke ways. You can have a poor mentality, which means I think that's your work ethic and how you approach things, financial things, how you approach planning things out. But you can actually be poor too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can be rich and be poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Confucius.
I changed my mentality when I went from somebody showed me an apartment and you had to earn $95,000 a year. And I laughed. I was like, you do know I make $1,800 a month as a graduate student. And she was like, how do you survive? I said, keep paying your taxes because I am definitely subsidized by the government. But I had been on food stamps since I had my first daughter. And so working my way to get off of public assistance, I was the proudest ever. They were like, you make $25 too much. And I bought lobster tails, right, with my own money. Even though we had ramen noodles for another 2 weeks, I was very proud to be at the point where I could sustain my family without that, without the government support. But I started doing things like, let's say I had $100 in my account and I could buy a steak dinner or a Caesar salad. And the steak dinner was $45 and the Caesar salad was $15. I started like messing with my mind.
Why is that the black folks go to?
Well, I mean, but I like steak.
No, the Caesar salad.
Oh, Caesar salad.
I don't know. It's cheap.
And it's
right.
crispy.
So what I'll do is I would pay myself $30 to eat the $15 salad. So I got $100 in my pocket.
Interesting word.
I was gonna pay $45, right? I paid myself the balance to eat the $15 salad. So I take the $30 out of my account and I put it in. I would pay myself physically. So the money would disappear, but it wouldn't be going to somebody else. And that's what I had to do to start to get my mind out of the broke mentality of I'm losing something if I don't buy this steak. And it's not easy, but money is very emotional.
All right, I want to. It's kind of taking me to a place that I think we don't talk about enough, right?
Bless you.
What is that?
Same thing as a hiccup. They all sound the same, goddammit. They all sound the same. Hiccup, sneeze.
Off mic, we were talking about the ESPN shit, right?
Yeah.
And saying some people are workers and some people are bosses, right? And it brings up the conversation to me in reference to equity versus a check.
Equity in a stake in a business versus getting cash.
Just getting the check.
Got it.
Being a worker. Now, let's say you have an entire business, right? You've been independent your whole life.
And I is.
And you take your idea and you want to sell it.
Okay.
They say, okay, cool. I want 100% equity and I'll give you a check.
So basically, I sell my company.
You sell your company.
Outright. And I take got it.
Right? Nah. Are you okay with not having equity and just having a check?
I think it depends.
Yeah.
There are some things that I literally create to sell and I'm looking for the highest bidder. Right? That is my product. Like for example, Full Fest.
You'll sell it?
Absolutely.
Y'all think alike.
Damn right.
Absolutely. Yep. That's the whole goal. Right? Because I have other things that I want to do. Like this could definitely be for somebody, my lawn care service. Right? Mm-hmm. Like I didn't want to like mow lawns forever. I just wanted to create equity in the business so I could sell the business. Like again, some people are like going door to door and they're selling, the vacuum cleaner. I don't want to sell just one product. I want to put it all together. And my product is this entire turnkey business. So I'm selling the festival.
So you would sell 100%.
Absolutely, because after that, I'm taking that money and I'm buying something else.
To the next house.
Yeah,
but you believe in your creativity and your business acumen too, though.
Yeah, because there's these other things that I want to invest in, and I need a larger volume of money to do so. And okay,
now that's odd to me because you're on record saying that
your receipts.
Your dollar and your time is valued as a consultant, right? And you can charge whatever you want.
Correct.
Because you don't work for anyone. I can say.
Oh, I sell my hour for what I want to sell it for.
So you remember that conversation, right?
Yeah.
So it strikes me as a little odd that you would actually sell.
What do you mean?
Because I wouldn't think that you would want to sell. It
probably depends on the check too, though. Like, and if it's a chump change check, she's not giving it up for that. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you say to somebody that says, okay, I want equity in your company, and they say like, well, no, you haven't earned any equity. What have you done, right?
They bought in.
Potential is important too, though.
Right. So you either you buy in, like, all right, well, I will give you 40% of Full Fest if you put on the table $350,000.
There you go.
right?
Business,
With $350,000, now I can scale. I didn't have $350,000. And the 40% that I sold them was not going to be worth $350,000 for another 30 years.
There you go. Talk that talk.
So for me, it's a strategy of where am I going to get another $350,000 from? And am I that, and also what am I giving up? Right? What's the negotiating? Are we changing the name? Do we have to change? Like, what is it about the event that this person wants to buy into? Or are they all in and they're just silent and they trust me? And they've seen me be able to make it profitable. And they're like, look, what can you do with $350,000? Because I want to see my $350,000 increase by 50% in 3 quarters.
I get that. But as a person who's been a boss and you run shit, now you have to sit down with other people to make decisions.
That's what bosses do,
right? But you don't have the same veto.
I got 60%.
You still don't have the same veto power.
I got 60-40.
You still got to sit down before you can just whatever.
But first of all, real bosses know when to cut their losses, and real bosses know how to.
What if it's not a loss? What if you haven't been losing? What if you have not been losing in your business?
So again, I'm not afraid to invest. I'm not afraid to build, and I'm not afraid to trust the people and trust my intuition on who to work with. So that person that I let buy in can be the reason why it is I can get to these other goals a lot faster. So I'm not intimidated, and money don't move me. Money moves through me.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you know what? This is the conversation of versus, you know what I'm saying? In some situations, equity is more important than the actual check, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just what somebody prefers, and if they trust themselves to do what they need to do if they get a big lump sum in their hand, lump sum of money in their hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me back to the question, which I thought was the most ridiculous question ever asked on social media. Would you take a lunch with Jay-Z or $5 million? I ain't finna sit down at the table with that dude for what? Give me the money in my hand, because you know why? I don't have the broke or poor mentality. I think I can take that $5 million and make the moves I need to make with that, which would be more valuable than anything Sean Carter could ever tell me, in my opinion.
Because as an independent person, you still got to go put the work in. Regardless of what the fuck he just told me.
10,000 hours. The 10,000 hours have to be put in, you know, which, okay, cool. All right. Yeah. And then, like, with equity, you have to look at it like this too, though.
Question, though. Now I remember. What if you already had everything? You had the 5 million, 10 million.
You got the machine already, right? So why are you selling your equity?
No, not selling. Is
that where you're going?
No. It's not, sir.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
So let's say you are at the pinnacle of your success, right? And 5 million doesn't make you or break you, right? So do you think that where you are in life changes the value of what it is the options are?
Yes, money changes everything, and plus the influence, and then equity. Like, I think you're getting that. Maybe you're getting that equity of the conversation or the meeting.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
The relationship, yep.
Right, could be, because you're big on leveraging relationships, and you're great at that shit. You're good at that shit too, though. I think you're better. You know what I'm saying? He might beat you in basketball though, but it's cool. I think it
he
changed,
looks like
you know
a basketball.
But if I'm good with the money, and I don't really still need the relationship, and I'm not really a people's person, but people like me, which is fucking funny. I try my best to put a mean face on. People like, hey, man, let me talk to you. No, motherfucker.
Let me talk to you.
Talk to you for a second, you know?
Let me see what's in your purse.
Damn.
Do you go in men's purses too?
I'm going to get one.
No, I'm saying, like, if a man had a man purse, would you go through it too?
Men should never have a purse.
No, because I still look at it as a wallet. I don't do it to women, because the situation where I get to a woman's purse is more intimate than...
You're not going in a purse?
I'm not seeing them. I'm not going to be in a position to
you being intimate with a purse is crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
I like how he gently went inside of it.
Fucking,
it depends on the color.
It's the process, man. See, when you go into a woman's purse, it's a process. You know, it's a going through. It's like shopping. If you try to steal from a man, it's just stealing. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a crime. But nah, man. You know, if you good with money, bro, no amount. And you trust yourself, no amount of equity in anything is going to be good enough for you. But you also have to pay attention to what's trending and what's not trending. Some things you get equity in, they fall off in 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like the movie Air, which I finally saw. Terrible movie, by the way.
Great movie.
Terrible fucking movie, by the way.
Great fucking movie. Don't do that.
Bro, it was awful.
Don't do
that.
that.
What are you talking about?
The movie Air.
It was
what
terrible.
Is that?
The process of getting Michael Jordan to sign with Nike and designing the shoe.
I stopped watching it the first 10 minutes.
It was horrible, man.
It was inspiring.
But getting equity in that, like Mama Jordan asked Nike to give her son equity in Nike, but she saw the finish line and it was way up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus You know, equity, no disrespect to kangaroos. We'll take y'all money too. Equity and kangaroo. You know, it's a big difference.
I don't know what that
At that
is.
point, just give me the check, kangaroo. Give me the check.
So now I thought this was
And give
interesting.
me a real kangaroo too, by the way. Give me the mama and the son. I think about it.
There's a
Don't laugh. I want a kangaroo.
no. This is crazy.
You don't want
right?
a kangaroo? I got a turtle already, bro.
Kangaroo.
He gonna fight the shit out you too.
I
They
give a
strong
fuck,
as
bro.
fuck.
It's
They
called
strong as
sparring.
fuck.
Would love to see you in a boxing
sparring,
ring
bro.
with a kangaroo.
Just let me wear a cup because they kick me in the nuts. It's over with.
A convenience store, right? By the name of, let's get this correct here.
AMON.
Stewart's.
AMON's Liquors.
No. Hold on. This shit was wild. This shit was wild.
AMON's Vape Shop.
Nope, not gonna do that either.
Mila's Massage.
It's called
Oh
Envy.
my God.
real shit. It's called Stewart Shops, right? This company's been around for quite some time.
Never heard of him.
What he did was he made 175 employees millionaires by giving them stake in the company.
That's dope.
But it came with some stipulations,
Had to
right?
get the kids up.
You had to have like 1,000 work hours.
Mm-hmm.
You can either work 500 hours in a quarter or 1,000 hours in a year, right? Now I haven't done the math on that
I'm
shit.
getting that quarter out the way, bro.
That means no days off for you.
Bro, I don't
no days off.
I don't get no days off. No way.
1,000. Wait,
I'm gone.
okay.
1,000 hours.
1,000.
Thank you for doing that math,
In a
okay?
year. In
Thanks
a
for that
year.
math.
1,000
Right?
hours in a year.
So now I think that's dope that you've put in, let's say, I don't know, 10 years with a company, right? You've been making, I don't know, let's say 60,000. Okay. They have become multi-millionaires off your sweat equity.
Imagine the worth
It's
of the company.
2.7 hours a day.
No, you did
For
the
the
math
year?
wrong.
1,000 divided by 365.
No.
That's 365 days in a year.
No, but your math.
1,000 divided by
You mean tell me I
365.
can work 2
Why you
hours?
always-
2.739.
You doing the math? Why you gonna argue with him? You got the numbers right there. Don't argue with him.
No. You cannot just work 3 hours a day.
It's
and
the
they're gonna make you
average.
no.
You said
You said
1,000 hours in a year.
hours in a year. That's what you said.
That's what he said. Hold on, no. Okay.
Don't worry. Look here.
To
sometimes-
be clear,
sometimes you just
the
sit down.
the employees have to either work 500 hours in a quarter
That's okay.
or 1,000 hours in a year.
The year is easy, but maybe it's a risk of you getting fired or something like that, though.
It
Give
was
me the quarter.
simply the math of 1,000
So you mean
hours
tell me
and
I can be a
365.
part-time
Nigga, don't
fucking
argue with him.
worker.
You got the numbers right there.
No, hold on.
You
I
got
can,
the numbers right
I
there.
can be a
Don't argue with
part-time worker and you're gonna make me a millionaire?
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
You just said that.
Sir, it is an average number of hours per day. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Jesus Christ.
There-
That's it. You don't understand averages?
Just imagine the worth of that
actually,
company,
I
though.
do. Actually, I
Okay,
do.
so it's 1,000
well,
hours.
I'm about to go work for them.
And
That's what I'm gonna do.
365
Do
days.
they offer eyebrows?
It's just the average is 2. That should be a stipulation. Must have eyebrows.
And you know what's funny as shit too? Like anytime I see somebody on TV, I be looking at their eyebrows. Like
You got eyebrow envy?
Yeah, like
Stop
damn.
rubbing them.
Like,
Stop
damn,
rubbing
bro.
them.
Hey, you know, 2 follicles right there.
We're going to give you a brow transplant.
Next
Take
nigga
some from
say
your
something
little
while I'm
beard.
talking is getting shot.
No.
Damn.
Look, I got eyebrows.
So how much is that company worth if he can do that?
True.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not hurting his pocket.
But what he did say, loyalty. He said, "Yo, this is how you treat loyal employees." So have you all ever owned or operated a business where you hire people? Have you hired people before?
Yeah.
Have you hired people? I'm not talking about those kind of people.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
I'm not talking about those people. So there was nothing more inspiring than writing my employee handbook and then understanding the science behind making sure that the people that are selling their time to me are happy and they feel fulfilled. And I paid them well. And so making sure that they had cash in their hand every Friday, honoring their time, being grateful, making sure that the workload matched what it is that I put into the contract, didn't take advantage of them, asked them what it is that they wanted to do. Even though people like, I want to own my own lawn care business. Cool. I don't mind building my competition, but it's not even competition. How about we grow this clientele? I already have a brand. You license it. I license it and you just take the rest of Cook County. If you want to sell it back to me, cool. Like, but I want to make it easy for you, but I also want to expand the opportunities to hire people. It was amazing to be in the seat of being a boss, knowing that the reason why I'm profitable is because the people who work for me are super dope, but they like coming to work because the give is mutually beneficial.
Man, fuck all that coming to work shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do not.
Oh, well, why am I here?
Yeah, no, fuck all that coming to work shit. Like, for me, it's like, all right, I ain't no motherfucking worker bee. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my mentality. So it's just like certain people literally are born to just work for somebody, 9 to 5, wake up, do it all over again for 30 years, take the bullshit retirement, and they're okay.
Yeah.
That thought process is never set well with me. Probably why I'm not a fan of authority and all that sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you can't tell me.
Or paying your employees.
So
you're paid very well.
Somebody told you.
Where's the chicken?
Yeah.
It's a shortage right now.
Chickens are the most expensive.
Man, all kinds of chickens.
Goddamn right.
It is, though.
If you want to see some birds, go out west.
I hate you right now.
That's
Or
true.
outside 79, going to 9.
I hate Turn your cup around while
That's
you
true.
on the corner.
I don't like working either, but if somebody told me I can work this amount or this amount and be a millionaire, I'm going to knock this shit out in a heartbeat. I got 4 or 5 jobs now. Shit. Give me that 500 hours in a quarter and I'm gone.
I really, really enjoy my career. I love what I do. I don't know if I could sit anywhere for 8 hours. Like, I remember lifeguarding. That was great. I'm out in the sun and I was like, I can't wait to get out of here. I remember being in a strip club and the money was good. And I'd be like, I can't wait to get out of here.
What's your best night in the strip club? How much total?
$1,000 in 3 minutes.
Damn.
That nigga's a goofy.
It was a song. It was in a song. It was in a song. I was working at the Skybox.
The Skybox.
I hated that they served pizza there. Like, I never liked.
That'd be the best thing about the club, though. The
no,
food be
I was
fly.
not. No, when I was in Pensacola dancing, like there was no food in the strip club. There was no food. And then I came back here. And then we went to Atlanta, thought we was gonna like take a road trip and make some money. We went home broke. He was
Atlanta was a different beast, huh?
Man.
Bro.
We were like, we
it.
are children. we are children. And
Did
then
y'all perform?
we did. So this is what you do. As a dancer, you go from city to city and you do amateur nights.
Okay.
Right? Because there's usually like a prize.
Rub the wood.
What's that?
Apollo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Slight.
I'm like, what does that have to do with the strip club though? Oh.
Amateur night. See the correlation? See what I did there?
I did over my head.
Over your head.
I'm gonna give you a thumbs down for it.
You're chewing me, Smalls.
Me with the Sandman. Like, you said, the Sandman.
You know the Sandman, dog.
Yeah. So you gotta know, like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. So you do amateur night, and then you also can negotiate to like work for the week or work for the weekend. So like if you're a girl from out of town, for example, and they want more girls for it's the first, right? The first of the month, people get paid. And so the more girls you have that you can say now you got out of towners or you got like a headliner, you get more people to come to the club. Yeah, but that don't work all of the time, especially when you go into these markets where the dancers and performers have really invested in themselves to be high quality. And you coming from Pensacola thinking you're going to make a bag and you should probably put a bag on your head. Go to bed. So yeah.
That market is, I can't see adult entertainment in that sense ever drying up. The biggest threat was OnlyFans during the shutdown world. And I didn't even see that as a threat because I knew once the world opened back up, people would get back
in
outside
person
and go back. It's just a different feeling taking that fresh stack of motherfucking ones and
You
tossing
see
that
his
shit
lips
down,
first?
making it fucking rain down.
Wait, do it again. Was it?
So you a strip club guy?
I hate strip clubs.
How do you
too.
throw
I hate
my-
that
I
shit
don't know.
too.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I enjoy strip clubs.
Thank you.
The ones with food, especially.
Oh my God.
Okay, the wings are always fire.
The
but
dancers be gassy.
I don't like the girls dancing on me though. Like, true story.
Yeah.
I got danced on in Vegas.
Yeah, you told
and
the story.
I threw them pants on fucking garbage. They was about $100, $150 jeans too.
Were they shiny?
Man, it was great. That's my favorite pair of jeans.
Well, he had a whole crease too.
Hey, and Shorty was decent too though. I'm looking like, nah, you still going to garbage pants. Nick won't do that again.
Yeah, it's a, so you
like
can.
coochie.
I feel like you can tell when the economy is about to go into a recession because you first feel it in a strip club. Like people stop spending money. So like that's kind of like how you know, like, all right, things are about to go to the left because people are not going out having a good time. And I did have this great idea. Like, listen to this, right? So there's always a strip club open.
Facts.
24/7.
Globally, there's a strip club open, right? So I thought, like, what if I was able to do like virtual strip clubs and you can just like get access to like a French strip club or a German strip club, like see whoever's on stage and you can.
This is before streaming?
This is before OnlyFans even started.
Oh, I mean, but that sounds like streaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a relationship between you as like the broker or the holder of the space. But you can literally watch dancers from around the world 24/7. Not everybody likes to go into the strip club. And OnlyFans is OnlyFans-ish. Some people really do like performers. They like being able to watch people on stage and do tricks and flips and look good.
I'm not mad at that.
Anytime, Joe, one of my old times.
That's actually I feel like it can still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
That's
I
a
feel
niche
like,
crowd, though.
Yeah.
Like if you think about a
But it's
bachelor
sex
party.
though. Like sex, religion, and politics rule the world.
But I think about a lot of guys that are like, I don't want no strippers at my bachelor party, right? And which I've heard this. Like people, like I think there's a negative connotation to performers, like or what will happen, or they're not on that, like for whatever reason. And I'm like, well, it's reasonable to be able to say, all right, we got a subscription for the night, and it's just rolling through Poland and France and Germany and Italy and whatever. So it's on the screen. And you could tip virtually, but you don't have to worry about ladies or nothing going to the left or anything like that.
The hear them sound, them cheeks clapping in person. It's not going to be the same online.
I need to see that wave in person.
Do this and
I
shit.
thought you didn't like strip clubs.
No, I don't. But at a bachelor party. At a bachelor party, like I want to see I need to see the wave.
Is the game better in person or on TV? You may have the best 4D, HK, whatever TV in the world, but going to the actual game and getting a good seat, you know what I'm saying? It's something different. Yeah. That live
Not everybody likes to go in. Like nothing was funnier than the dude on the outside threatening to come in. You know what I mean? Like there's the dude on the outside threatening to come in.
So
like,
maybe come in now.
So like you got the day shifters and the night shifters, and it's this dude in the parking lot like threatening to come in. Like, well, I might go get a drink. You want to come in and spend some money. Well, what is it looking like in there? Light? You want to come make it rain? Right. Light? Would you come in and make it rain a little bit?
So you know what? Since we're here, like what is stripper culture? Like, what is that culture? You know what I'm saying? For
you want me to answer it? I've been stripping before.
You were dancing.
He's thirst trapping again.
I can. What?
No, we're not. Okay, let me ask you. Is it offensive when you talk to a stripper and they say dancer? And I'm like, no, you're a stripper, right? You take your clothes off. Is it offensive if you call a stripper a stripper?
Pronoun game.
Because I hear a lot of strippers say, oh, well, when I used to dance. Why don't women say I used to strip?
They are dancing, ain't they?
They are dancing. Yeah, I mean, not all dancers take their clothes off.
I'm definitely not paying that.
So let's
because like
so
every
I want a motherfucker to be clear. Like,
every county is different.
Yeah.
Every county is different.
Yeah.
Like you have the shoe. We call them shoe
keep
models.
Keep clothing on, right?
Yeah, like the shoe models where you can be in a bikini. You cannot show. You cannot take your top off. You can't take your bottoms off. It's full coverage and no contact
until you hit that back room.
No, like there are certain places where it's.
Yeah, down in the dirty. Yeah, it goes.
What? Don't ignore him.
Right. Are you talking about P Valley?
Yeah, there you go. P Valley. There you go.
My God. Yeah. First of all, were you tricked into watching that? And did you watch the whole series? It was great.
I watched the first. You
didn't watch the whole thing?
I watched the first season. Oh, shit was dope.
It was a great show. A lot of men felt like, oh man, I got suckered into it. Now I'm here.
Shit was dope.
I enjoyed season 1, but people warned me about season 2. I'm looking like no shame in anybody's lifestyle. Some shit I just don't have to see. That was it.
Oh, the love scenes, the love making scenes. That was
I don't know if you can pay me enough to act like that.
500 million.
Hey.
Wait a minute. 400 million.
Hey.
300 million.
Hello.
200 million.
What you want?
100 million.
What's your name, Al?
50 million.
Hey.
What's the lowest?
So when you got double digit M's, cool, right? But I know that
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know but I know that these actors aren't even getting paid that per episode. You know what I'm saying? To do that.
But the old theory is, and I kind of believe in this because even on this show, we're on screen, right? People don't really play roles on screen, bro. It's some semblance of who you are. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because people think I'm crazy on the show. Talk like, bro, you don't understand. I mean about 89.7% of the shit I say. I do.
97.3.
You know what I'm saying? And I do mean that.
So to your point, right?
I do mean that.
I've never seen Denzel play that kind of role.
Too much respect. He wouldn't do it. Plus he demands that. He demands that, and I don't think after a certain point in his career they would even offer him that. Because him being him is gonna bring a certain crowd and a certain amount of revenue. Anyway, he making Equalizer 3, bro. I was done with Equalizer 1. I'm cool.
I never thought I would see.
I was done.
I never thought I'd see Wesley Snipes be on that.
Yeah.
Oh, with Tu Wong Fu?
Yeah.
But Wesley Markie wasn't that high though. We loved him. And I respected the fact he did his own action scenes and choreographed his own fighting scenes, but his value wasn't Denzel's value.
That was a great movie though. For like Tu Wong Fu was a really
remember
good
it.
movie.
No, I've never seen that shit.
I don't remember it. I've seen it before. I watched because I like Wesley. I watched it.
You know, like I guess are there
Thought it
any?
was Whoopi.
Are there a lot of films where women dress up like men?
Well,
G.I. Jane.
this comes down to clothing because
Mulan?
y'all can go.
No,
Y'all
G.I.
can go in
Jane.
the
Yeah,
men's
Mulan.
section and buy clothes.
I never seen Mulan.
I don't know if I don't know if women have on men or women clothes half the time because y'all can go in both sections and shop and
This is true.
be very.
It looked good on all of
They
us.
just fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But men, if a man go in the motherfucking blouse section, you know it's a blouse. You know what I'm saying? You know he has on heels. You know what I'm saying?
Kitten heels.
If he's sad, you can see his thong. Bro, you been shopping at Victoria's Secrets. Stop it.
So I mean, but if he likes it, you know,
Hey, that's fine for him.
Not the
he
kid.
said, "Hey."
Not the kid.
But think about it. Okay, Shaq has worn a dress. Chuck has worn a dress. Kevin Hart's worn a dress.
After he said he wouldn't.
Yeah,
Kevin,
he's
we got
worn
to
a
talk about that
dress.
shit
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Martin Lawrence,
Martin Lawrence
Martin
worn a
Lawrence,
dress.
Ving Rhames.
Ving
Ving
Rhames. I
Rhames,
think he's, yeah. What's the white guy named the comedian? Robin Williams worn a dress. Miss Doubtfire.
Yep.
Medea has worn a dress.
Tyler Perry.
There you go.
Why you call him?
Because that's what he
But,
is now.
and that's crazy because he didn't have to do that because he's a
He owns it.
He's a machine.
But he was smart. He knew it was going to sell. He
Eddie
knew it was
Murphy?
he knew it. Eddie Murphy.
So what's the difference between a
what
dress
Eddie put on?
and a
Hold on,
costume?
hold on. What Eddie put on?
You talking about the Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
Rasputia
He
from
played-
Norbert.
Yeah.
That was
You tried to save him.
Yeah, I did because I love
listening
Eddie.
to it.
I love Eddie.
So what's the difference between a character and wearing a dress? Right? Because so to be clear, that actors get to create and be anything. So when I think about Shanae,
Jamie.
you know, like
Jim Carrey. Keep talking. We can run up names.
oh my God, what was Jim Carrey's
Vera DeMilo. He had on a thong. Vera DeMilo. Remember
Yeah,
the horse chick?
I
Yep.
love
That was hilarious though.
her. She was so funny. She was so funny. But I do feel like men do really good impressions of women that are hilarious and over the top. But I don't know if we are as funny as men.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Is it a difference than playing a woman and acting gay? Or are they one and the same?
No, they're definitely different. Like
They're
that is a sexuality.
Yeah.
Like you are
Cross dress and
playing a female character as a man. Like on like I guess
Yeah.
you know
But
you
see,
know what I mean. Like,
I differ.
it doesn't have to be romantic.
I
You know,
differ.
like
I
not
differ.
Was Sinead G-A-Y?
No.
Was him playing Sinead? Was it an act of
okay,
gayness?
so I think if you are willing
because
to
he also
play,
was talking and flirting with himself sometimes because that's kind of weird. Right? I was so shocked as a kid.
But he,
Like, how do you?
but he also had
Martin
to flirt
Martin.
with fucking play or kid. You know what I'm saying? Like you put on a dress, you become a woman, you playing a character, right? You act as a gay man, but you're acting. What is the difference?
I see what you're saying.
What's the difference?
I see what you're saying. The act of put on a dress is not gay in itself. It's not. That's what they call, if I'm not mistaken, just cross dressing. You know what I'm saying? The act
you're
of
performing.
the act of pretending to be intimate with someone of the same sex because when you're in a dress, maybe you can. Maybe you know what I'm saying. That might be considered gay. You know, maybe, but I don't.
I think
so.
what's gay is same sex. Period. Like I don't see performing and art and following a script, if that's what it is, bringing a story to life. I'm not going to do that to actors, you know, like, because if this is a story and we want to bring it to life, what, you know, I do feel some kind of way. Like I did feel some kind of way specifically when the Nina Simone story came out and Zoe Saldana was made to be darker. Right. So when I think about what roles and caricatures have really made me feel uncomfortable. It's been people changing their color, not performing as a man or
because
a
you could
woman
have
from
found
the other.
a darker skinned actress to play that role.
I was confused why.
It had to be her.
Yeah,
That's
like,
blackface on blackface.
yeah,
right?
that it was kind of I didn't know how to feel, but I was like, she's a Afro Latina, right? So no doubt that she's a amazing actress, but it made me feel uncomfortable to see her skin darkened for the role.
Cringeworthy.
Yeah,
It's definitely cringeworthy.
but the other things I haven't been. I wasn't one of those people like, oh my God, that makes you gay or that's emasculating or whatever. It's amazing to see something. It's amazing to see people's range to make you forget who they are and bring a character to life that we then begin to relate to.
Quick comment. Nothing to do with anything you said. I agree. I definitely agree 100%. But to me, as a black man in America, in this space that we are forced to share with everybody, whether we like it or not, to me, it makes me cringe when I see my brothers in dresses and then have to believe what goes on in Hollywood about you have to do these things to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's fucked up. You guys have emasculated us enough through history. Why subject us to this further for success? Like, we don't work hard. And it dispels, it also dispels the kind of theory.
Bro.
It dispels what they try to say about our people. You guys protectors, you know what I'm saying? That we don't want to work hard. That tells you right there, we're willing to do anything to succeed and get money and take care of who we fuck with, who we love, who we care about.
If you think about it, how many white guys put on a dress?
They love that shit though.
But how many white guys?
Do the judges count? Do the gowns count?
Nah.
And the wigs?
Why not?
The old magistrates? They had wigs and dresses on.
This is true.
Yeah, but they weren't playing women though.
Let's see if we can think about it. Okay,
Think
Jim
about it.
Carrey, Robin Williams.
So that's a different question.
It is.
You
That's what I'm asking.
said
That's what I'm asking now.
You said men put on dress.
I'm changing.
And now
I'm changing.
it is.
Now let's go
Oh,
deeper.
you go
Right,
push pushing. He pushed the
pull
goalpost
back.
farther
Let's
back.
pull
So
back.
you couldn't
Right.
score your touchdown. He was hating.
How many white guys? How many white actors have put on the dress
I'm going to Google.
to further their career?
I'm going dead to
What do you
Google.
mean? If that's what the job requires?
How many white guys have put on a dress?
Does this include?
Has Brad Pitt put on a dress?
Does this include
Has
voice?
Pacino put on a dress?
Does this include being voiceovers for women characters, or is it just
I would say no.
Yeah, no.
that don't count?
Has De Niro put on a dress? Has
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman
Did
put
you
on a
just
dress?
Google?
Hoffman.
Can you
Hell
Google
yeah,
that question?
I'm Googling right now.
Who we got? Because it's interesting. Let's do the math. Give me some more.
Internet is
Has-
ass, bro.
has
Chris
Tom-
Rock put on a dress too as a black man.
He did.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
Has Tom Cruise put on a dress?
Adam Sandler, John Travolta,
I remember that one.
Tom Hanks,
Yep.
Peter Scolari. See, I said it my first time ever reading that.
No.
It's easy. You know what I'm saying?
Shade.
They got Jamie there. Adam Sandler. I said Adam Sandler already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Martin Lawrence. They got Kenan Thompson, Dana Carvey. They said
Okay.
Tyler Perry. Of course, the Marlins stay in dresses. You know, you're going to go to them.
White Girls was hilarious.
I hated that movie, man, but yeah.
Definitely
That's all
funny
he got
as
so
shit,
far.
It was so stupid.
Again, so you named off 10 people, 2 white
It was
people.
half. It was two.
2.
Right? What are you talking
I
about?
heard 2.
You
I'm not
are.
going to do this with you.
I heard 2.
You can't hear and count
Clearly, I can't.
because you were arguing
shit,
me
hold
about
on.
1,000.
Vin Diesel, Jared Leto.
Vin Diesel's black.
Does The Rock count because he was a
He
fairy?
definitely count. He definitely count. And he black. Yep, it counts.
Jared Butler, Billy Porter, they don't count. Cayenne Lonsdale,
Who
Kian
is that?
Lonsdale,
Who is
no
that?
clue. Kyle, they're not black though. Kyle McKeelan. That's dumb. I'm done reading this shit though. This is terrible now. Shit worse.
Now you sound like a mom.
I know, I'm done.
you
I'm
see what I'm
embarrassing
saying?
myself.
It's like we have to do the extra.
No, I think I'm sorry. 2 seconds, bro. I think when we have the dresses on, it's because it's our community, our culture. It's highlighted more to us. But when the white men have dresses on, we really don't kind of give a fuck about it because it's over there. It's them. You know, and we look at them as kind of no offense, but fuck y'all. Y'all kind of weird anyway.
It's art. You
Yeah,
know, like
it's art.
I'm like, if you could dress up like a dinosaur and pretend to be a dinosaur, you know, like I am totally fine. I don't see it as that, but I can, you know, like I can understand people's sentiments of seeing black men and black male bodies or black male identifying bodies. But again, I wonder, are there roles or have there been a lot of roles in which women have played men? or created care.
I would say damn near zero. No bullshit.
Play men.
Or like, is there like, okay, you said G.I. Jane, but she wasn't like pretending.
No.
She wasn't
Only one
pretending
I
to be a man, but yeah, no, it's a good question.
Like even when I think about In Living Color and everybody creates characters, right? Was there a woman that created a male character?
Nah.
Like Saturday Night Live does that though, where like the woman will play like whoever is the best person to play the role.
So you know what's interesting? It's like, okay, what I have seen though, I've seen white people try to play a black character, right? They'll darken their skin, you know, put an afro on them, whatever, right? That's interesting to me because you think you can play that.
Whose movie was that where the white person turned black? Was that Cube? Was that Cube's movie?
When a white person turned black?
Yeah, like for a day or something like, or what like was this
Is
a
it
TV
old?
show?
I don't know.
It was a television show. Maybe the black person turned white.
This is a movie a long time ago. I do remember
like,
that happening though.
Tripping?
That was Harry Belafonte movie way long ago.
What's the name of this shit though?
But there was like a show.
Big time something.
So basically that movie, if we're talking about the same one, where the entire world was flipped and blacks were running the world and white people were enslaved and the whole nine.
I purposely didn't see that movie.
You know, that shit was amazing.
Wait a minute. It's a white actresses as men. It has Hillary Swank as Brandon Tina, Gwyneth Paltrow as Viola de Lesseps, Angelina Jolie as Evelyn Salt. I hate reading this list.
Twitter reacts to resurfaced clips of Ice Cube's 2006 race swap.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't crazy because I remember watching it because they literally make. Let me let it load.
And great job, Q.
Why? Because it's him?
Yeah.
Okay. Ice Cube is a well-known legend when it comes to music and film, but what many didn't know was that in 2006, he produced a TV show where contestants swapped races. Leave it up to Twitter to discover anything. You didn't discover nothing. It was always there. And everything you may not have known existed. On Saturday, April 9th, a TV show that didn't have much popularity on air suddenly became the talk of social media. The reality show titled Black, White aired on FX and featured families switching races for 6 weeks. On the show,
Which races meaning what when you finish?
the contestants would get full-on makeovers, complete with airbrush body paint that would transform black
Blackface.
people into white and white people into black.
White face.
And
love
I
that.
remember
love
watching
that. Never
this
seen
like,
that.
yo, and the black person became white and like they would follow them around. You got to see it. It's wild.
That's dope.
The idea of swapping lives isn't completely foreign. Wife swap,
Yeah, white swap was cool.
They swapping wives anyway.
Would you do?
Yeah, fuck
would
it.
you do? Would you do wife swap? Would you take somebody else's wife?
Yeah, why not? For an experiment, social experiment for sure.
And what do you get to do with this wife though? For real.
Wife swap was just like to see how the other family like lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any of them linked up afterwards?
Nah, hell no.
Why people gotta say they gotta
Man, people are
Ice Cube need to explain this show. The 2000s was wild. What did we have? We had Black White. We had Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride was
My Ride.
dumb as hell.
Teen Mom, which is still on.
I love Teen Mom.
was
It's
trash.
still on.
It was amazing.
No,
I would
Well,
watch it and
you
go
were a
straight to
teen.
Planned Parenthood.
no, I hated that. You know
What else
I mean?
happened in 2000?
Because all you're doing is highlighting the fact that, you know what I mean, I'm having sex.
Twerking took the country by storm.
Girls Gone Wild was on its decline. Girls
Yeah.
Gone Wild.
Love Girls Gone Wild had a bunch of them tapes for the free throw. Yeah.
That's low budget. Evasive Angels and West Coast Productions was the shit though.
Yes.
For research purposes only.
Yeah, the 2000s was interesting.
Yeah.
That's when bootleg. You know, one thing I hear about the 2000s though, that's when bootleg CDs died. I'm sorry, artists. I would bootleg your album in a minute and go. I would because you get bonus tracks and everything.
On bootleg CDs?
Because you get like the cutting room floor shit that they didn't want leaked. You get all that shit.
Camcorders came out.
Yes.
Two Ways was on their way. Did y'all have a two way?
I did not.
I wanted one.
I did not.
You couldn't afford one. I had one.
Damn.
No, you know what?
Straight to the pocket.
I was dead on my next tail shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was chirping. I was chirping.
When a
motherfuckers.
chirp showed his
You know
shirt
what I mean?
back. Yeah.
I was chirping motherfuckers, but I wanted that motherfucker. I felt so rich and you know that motherfucker floop. You know what I'm saying? Floop. I thought that shit was so cold, but
That
I'm
was
like,
the
nah,
precursor
man.
to texting.
Yeah,
Like before you couldn't put words. When I first got my two-way, me and my homegirl sitting there, I was like, pass the blunt, Joe. And like 3 minutes later,
That shit, wow.
and she was
Hey,
like,
Blunt gone though.
folks, you crazy. Pass the blunt.
Did you have a trapper keeper?
What the
I
fuck
did
is
have a
that?
trapper keeper. You didn't go to school.
You didn't have a trapper keeper?
You
You
went
little
to,
notebook thingy thing?
you went to a Catholic school, right?
Catholic and public.
It don't matter what school you went to. You had to have a trapper
What the
keeper.
fuck was that like?
It's a binder for children.
Yeah, this was grammar school shit. Like, you know what I mean?
And it had Velcro and you could open it and it had like
Newsflash, y'all.
folders.
I hated school. I try to forget everything involved. Anything that's connected to school, I hate that shit.
Hey, man,
Anything.
your mama definitely bought you a trapper keeper, man.
I don't know. Hope she used it for me too. Hope she did my homework.
to do your homework.
Yeah, goddamn it.
I used
That
to
shit.
love like colored pencils and like getting all my stuff together for school. I used to love school.
You know what's trash though?
Go ahead.
I hate the fact that every year these motherfuckers capitalize on these goddamn kids.
Back to school sale.
Back to school
Uniforms.
bullshit,
Uniforms.
right?
3 binders.
The pens, the colored pencils, the papers, the binders, the notebooks, the loose leaf paper. They give you this long ass list of shit that they're not even gonna fucking use, right? So I done went and spent probably $500. You know what I'm saying?
you didn't go
$500,
to school?
For your kid to miss the first day.
right? And all you gotta do is borrow a piece of paper from the motherfucker next to you.
Well, you got, man, what?
Fuck you mean?
Hey,
All you
Imagine
need is
now,
a
though.
book bag and some lunch.
Imagine that, though, bro. Now they got to send paper towel to school, tissue,
Yeah.
wipes,
They-
sanitation, bleach, all that shit, bro.
They want you to have an
So
iPad.
You got off
you know
easy.
what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
That's why I hold my skills of going in person, though. In pencil cases, wow, I was stealing out your shit in a heartbeat. I got really good at stealing. right there. I hold my fucking skills. What?
that's why you ain't had no.
I
You
honed
was,
my
the
skills.
you was the trapping keeping. You was keeping trapping.
Hey, man.
Well, what?
But I did not mess with them school lunches unless it was pizza day.
Oh,
Man,
oh.
ain't bad.
You know what? Before we get out of here, what was the best grammar school or high school lunch?
Definitely Lane Tech. I would
Yeah.
get a chicken taco with extra tomatoes and tater tots.
Lane was decent, bro. The desserts for high school. Matter of fact, fuck that. I'm going back to my Weber days. Weber, it's a Catholic school, archdiocese money, freaky money, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They had great pizza, but they had these big ass chocolate chip cookies with strawberry ice cream on top of them, dog. I will never. Carlos, bro.
Los.
Vince.
Los.
BG, bro.
Los.
Tim. Y'all watch the show, bro. Y'all remember them goddamn cookies. And if you knew somebody who was serving the cookies, bro.
That's how they kept y'all lips so sweet for the
you stupid.
kisses.
They'll slide you
During
two cookies, bro.
communion.
One cookie, 2 cookies on the bottom, ice cream, another cookie, dog. You'd be good.
That's what.
Hey,
Be
look.
good, bro. The commissary. It was a commissary line, too.
I-
It was, though. You
I
gotta get out of that
hated
bullshit.
when a motherfucker knew that I didn't have free lunch or reduce, right? So I would get mad as fuck. I'm steady paying this shit, right? And I'm like, man, nigga, I ain't really got it, but you know what I mean? They mom and dad didn't send me with nothing. Like, okay, guess what? Got cool with somebody? I go 2 times. I go, whoop. Shorty be like, yeah, get whatever you want. I come late. She'll save me something. Yeah, let me get that.
Was this grammar school?
No, this is Lane
Lane
Tech.
Tech.
You was hustling Taco Bell.
They thought he was cute in Lane. Yeah, they thought he was. Let's not act like we didn't have classmates working at the restaurants around the school, though. at
Oh,
points.
yeah, facts.
I didn't get
We
off
used to
campus
break
lunch.
Taco Bell, bro.
So do you remember when I was at Checkers? I used to slay after we get out of practice, had to go to work. Checkers used to stay open to 2 a.m.
Yeah, it did, though.
You know what I mean?
They had the best fries ever, bro. They
do have the best
fried
fries.
apple things, too,
I
though.
tell her, man, somebody from Squad, man, bro, I'm here all night. You know what I mean? I like, bro, order a champ burger, a fries and a pop. I got you. I'm talking about I'm slamming that bag with the apple fritters.
That was
You know what I'm
fire,
saying?
bro. That was fire.
The extra large fries, like, woo, 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 woo.
Extra large fries.
Yeah, I'm talking about, man. Winning one champ burger, boy, you getting 5.
Put your
Fucking with me.
mugshot next to Carly Russell, bro. You're fucking
Right.
criminal.
Thief.
Hey.
What was your high school job? What'd you do?
I couldn't work in high school. They want me, my parents, I love y'all for this. They wanted me to focus on school.
that didn't work out too
Didn't work
good.
at all.
When I left high school, that shit said, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I could actually play basketball. They say, fam, you might got a little shot. Go ahead, you ain't got to work. But Javaka, that boy worked at 11 o'clock, he was 11 years old. But goddamn, boy. Get your ass out there to field and work. I say, goddamn, parents.
Oh,
Look at her face, though.
no. Damn. My daddy got me my first job at, I was teaching driver education. I couldn't drive, though.
Yeah, like
Man.
what?
I was at Inglewood,
Trash.
and
Inglewood.
I loved it. And I was in the range. I was the range coordinator. So I'm the one that set everybody up. I had to
I love range too.
Until somebody stole the
car?
transmissions out of our
Oh,
cars in
yeah.
Inglewood.
Because it was only Lane and Simeon that had the range.
Drive, yeah.
Well, Inglewood had one too. Inglewood had one. Simeon had one. Lane had one. And I can remember
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I can remember.
Anyway, I had a great time teaching range, and I didn't know how to
Don't
drive.
let him shut you up.
I know, right? You're trying to silence me.
The crazy part is, think about this. How long? I really don't believe we were put on this earth to work until we fucking die. Work to our old age, bro. You started working the Checkers, which is a trash job. You started working early. I started working late, but think how long we've been working in our fucking lives, dog. But
Keep
does
pushing.
the same thing about y'all
I want to
ability
be fly, bro. Why you think I
save
had
money?
all the fly shit? Because my people's like, nah, you got to get a job.
You never gave the two things but wasted the most money on. You never gave those top two. She gave her two, I gave my two.
Oh shit, clothes and clothes at a young age, and definitely liquor, for sure.
We might as well just invest in a distillery.
My God.
Yeah.
And think about now. I think really I would have maybe $4 million if I didn't waste what I spent it on. For real. Even overseas, bro. I bought like
$4 million.
I bought a fifth of Cavassier and a fifth of Hennessy every day, bro.
Bro,
Overseas.
I keep asking you, how did you blow? First of all, how did you blow through all that money, bro?
What
I
money?
didn't really load the money, bro. But I was buying everything with cash. I didn't have credit. I almost wanted to have credit then. Well, I'm overseas.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, all right. Let's have a real conversation, right? What does an overseas check look like? Whether now also, right? Let's break down the leagues, right? Certain leagues pay more. What's the biggest overseas league? Let me start there.
Bro, I'm so unabreast on that shit right now.
But at
At that time,
But
at
the
that time.
German league was the shit though. The league in Germany. And I was in the baby German league. But I was clearing like maybe 37 a week.
3,700.
3,700 a week. You know what I'm saying? When I first got there. But I had motherfucking they gave me the car. They gave me the BMW, stick shift.
That's about 18,500.
What a month?
3,700 a week.
Just a week at least.
Yeah.
That's when I first got there. It went up because I could hoop. You know what I'm saying? Then they gave me the apartment.
Did this come out of your check also?
No,
Like,
they gave
okay.
it to me. It was
included.
I just had to pay for gas for the car.
Okay.
And I didn't really drive anywhere. I had my teammates who I still, Steve, Daniel, Nasheep, my guys, bro. My guys. I wasted so much money in Amsterdam. Let me tell you something. I've been to Amsterdam 3 times.
Red light
Pussy
district.
and weed. Pussy and weed, bro.
What's the going rate for sex in Amsterdam?
I don't even know. I
Good
had
question.
it though. I had it though. But the weed, you get $30 a weed for $10 over there. Boy, I'm telling you, here they go. Don't take it across the border. Guess what we did? Took that shit across the border.
Oh my God.
And rolled big cubados. You know what I'm saying? That
I don't
lasted
want
like
to smoke
4
a blunt
days.
that big.
Wait, one dude, mama come over his house to check on us, make sure we were still alive. like we weren't in season. You had holidays, the holiday season. We weren't in season, bro. All we did was smoke. All we did was smoke, dog. But I blew a lot of money over there on Cavassier, Hennessy, apple juice, whole chickens. This one chicken sandwich place, French fries, pump frites,
whole chicken.
going to Amsterdam. But also they had these clubs, which is weird. Y'all weird. I hope y'all changed that. They had these clubs you go to. I had the big afro, wore that bitch. They know I play ball. You know what I'm saying? Going there.
Because you're the only black woman.
Everybody from 15 to fucking 80 in these clubs. These little girls in the club, they couldn't drink. But they in the club, they getting picked out by these old men. I'm looking like, that's one thing I'm looking like, that's weird. My teammates was like, bro, that's the way it is. I'm looking like, I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? But they in there, little shit on heels. They know what they're doing. But I wasted a lot of money on that motherfucker too, though. Lots of money, motherfucker. I wasn't buying no young cooch either, though, all right? Knock it off. All right?
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
I got one more question. Can cyber crimes be just as dangerous as regular crimes?
Yeah, I mean, because, how about this? Physically violent offenses, when I say physical, I mean like in the physical space right here. Violent crimes like robbery, battery, sex crimes. Physical crime, yes, I'll just start over there. Yeah, because you know what? Cyber crimes have led to people committing suicide. And then they have also led to people going bankrupt, losing everything. Then because of where we are now, the space we are now in society where people are on these all day long, you know what I'm saying? This has just the biggest influence on you as being out in the world does now. So, yeah.
Oh, I had heard about that story about the young man who was being sextorted, blackmailed, where the girl hit him up and started showing herself and being sexual, and she asked for him to do the same. And so he's sharing videos and photos. And then the next thing was, you know, we're going to post this and show everybody, you know, all these things. And he ended up, you know, taking his own life. Young man, I think 21, maybe like 23.
So.
He wasn't a child. He wasn't a teen. But yeah, absolutely. I do think that things move offline. Like just because it's not physical in the offense doesn't mean that it doesn't turn into something physical. I'll say this: my ex-husband changed his status to widower. When he did that,
what does that mean? He killed you?
So
You dead?
He left her, not the other way around.
So when he changed his status to widower, that's when I was able to get a restraining order. Because he's implying that I'm dead.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm alive and well, but now you've put it on. And what was wild is that people were like,
I'm alive and well.
And so I'm like, the people that saw this, like, you know us. So this man puts that he's a widower means that the person he's married to is dead. What are you saying? So visit the Corner Convo.
Corner Convo, thecornerconvo.com. You can get your merch, man. Everything that's on the site has been designed by the thirst trapper to my left.
Not his immediate left. It's far left.
Yeah.
He did call you a dude again. That's fucked up.
He did.
Sorry.
Oh the duck lip.
Whatever. This is episode 158. And this is Saturday. We about to have a good time.
Cheers.
I'm still celebrating my birthday, I think.
No, you're not.
No.
What?
I tried. Hey, man, 158. We out.
Downtrodden. We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So